There are two things I really love: making these Ollie's videos and telling you I told you so. And well, today is a glorious day in the history of WCBS because I get to say I told you so in the funniest way possible. But before we go out into the stores and get into that fun, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to WCBS for more world-class content, and one last thing. Folks, we need your help. Stealing Solo asks the greatest what-if question of all time. What if a group of disgruntled Star Wars fans kidnap Harrison Ford and force him to remake Star Wars in their basement? And what if I told you there's a sequel? Yes, finally. The thing you've all been asking for is here. Stealing Solo 2, The Power of the Farce. This time it's personal. Mark Hamill, spurned on by the jealousy that Harrison Ford receives from his new Star Wars movie, decides to kidnap the kidnappers in an attempt to reclaim his dignity, glory, and sanity. It's funny, action-packed, and it's only available for a limited time on Kickstarter. But here's the good news. It's already passed its funding goal in just over a week, so you are guaranteed to get a copy of Stealing Solo 2 when the campaign closes on December 11th. But don't wait. Act now. Click the link in the description below or just go to Kickstarter and type in Stealing Solo 2. There's only one farce this powerful, and it's Stealing Solo, The Power of the Farce. So I had heard a rumor online about Black Panther and Shang-Chi figures being $1 at Ollie's. So I went to my local Ollie's, and what did I find? Marked down, just $1, Shang-Chi and Black Panther figures. Good stuff cheap. Well, good is subjective, but it's definitely cheap, and it's definitely here at Ollie's. Let's take a look in this bin. We have a Tuma for $1, not worth it. Namor for $1, not worth it. We have Ironheart. She got her own show and she's got her own action figure for a whole $1. Still too much. That's another one. What else we got in here? There's got to be more than these, right? There's Shang-Chi, the internet's favorite superhero. Simu Liu, you're $1. You couldn't sell it $1.99. Hopefully $1 will move those Shang-Chi figures. If not, they'll definitely move them into a landfill where they belong, with Shuri, without hands. Why did Disney think this was a good idea? Why did Hasbro? Well, Hasbro had to do it, but I digress. There's Wenwu. All these crappy action figures are available right here. And if you look at the ad from Ollie's, they show Marvel Legends Black Panther. That means every Black Panther figure is $1 at Ollie's. And it's really more than these figures, too. I was talking to the ladies at the store, and they were clearancing out the Dungeons & Dragons figures. They were just trying to get rid of all this stuff, because it's been literal years, folks. Remember when Wakanda Forever came out? And they've been at Ollie's a few months after its initial release. And it's been years. What is that, 3 years ago now? Let's take a look again. $1. I've never seen a Marvel Legend advertised for $1. And that's the Killmonger Black Panther, too, I think. It doesn't really matter. It's from Black Panther. Who cares? These canned goods are more expensive. I never thought in a million years a can of tomatoes would be worth more or cost more than a Marvel Legends figure. But it is 2025, and well, I'm not surprised. Taking a look through the toys, we have wrestling rings and Ecto-1s and Ninja Turtles. Stretch and shout, Michelangelo. Somebody was going to get the Ninja Turtles, but I guess since they couldn't find Donatello, they didn't buy them. So let's take a look. We got another Michelangelo, another Michelangelo. The Turtles are one of the few things where I feel like you gotta have the whole set. You can't have one Ninja Turtle, you gotta have all 4. Same with Power Rangers. But here we are, another box of Marvel Legends, and let's take a look at these closer. There's that Killmonger. It's only $4.99, but it's actually $1 if you take it up to the counter. Maybe they'll give you a name or two since, Namor, Black Panther, you could kind of put it together and see if it would work. I digress, but somebody actually stole something from Ollie's. And like I always say to people who steal toys at Ollie's, unless there's no reason, it's $1. Don't be lazy, spend $1. Don't go into the store if you can. I love this bin of action figures. It's changed lately. It has newer ones, other ones that were in here before, less Captain Carters, same amount of Black Panther and Atlantean figures. And it makes me wonder, is Disney gonna take the same message? Probably not. And remember, folks, these action figures live by the bathroom. That's how valuable and important they are. Gotta take a dump, pick up a Marvel Legends figure. More valuable? Well, less valuable than toilet paper. Less comfortable, too. But we don't get into that here. I don't judge. Folks, do whatever you want to do with action figures. Just don't shoot me emails and tell me about it. Unless you're going to blow them up. That'd be kind of funny. So this store is ready for the holiday season, but you know what's not selling this holiday season? Star Wars. It is neatly organized, and well, it will collect dust just as neatly. Now, a few weeks back, I came into this store to check the state of the Acolyte figures, and lo and behold, they haven't moved at all. At all. I'm making a video on something specific about this topic, and no, it's not to talk about why the Acolytes suck. I'm over that kind of content. But the Black Panther figures aren't over living on this shelf just next to the Eternal Disc Launchers. And now here are some more of those dollar figures, and they're almost all Shuri. So it's about 4 figures per peg. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. We'll call 6 Shuris, and there's another one right next to the Star Wars. So we'll call it, that's just 6. But it's a lot of Shuri figures. Now down the other toy aisle with the Shuri copters and such, you can see that they've clearanced out the top shelf, but they still have plenty of Shuri copters. So folks, this holiday season, if you're worried about spending Christmas alone, don't worry. There's a Shuri copter with your name on it, and it'll bring you all the wonder and joy, and you'll be wondering what the hell you're doing with a Shuri copter. I know I was wondering what I did with mine, and then I threw it away. Now, somebody in the group, the WCBS group, didn't realize that Helena Shaw had an action figure. Yep, and she's here every week at Ollie's. It's going to be weird walking into Ollie's and not seeing the same usual suspects. I was getting tired looking at them, and now I'm getting nostalgic. But I haven't seen this Guardians of the Galaxy 3 Epic pack. It looks okay. You know what, let's look at the back. We have Cosmo, Rocket, and Groot. I liked Guardians 3 pretty much. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. What is the best Guardians of the Galaxy movie? And is there a Guardians of the Galaxy movie better than Animal House? I say no. Now, on the way out of Ollie's, I saw these Star Wars candy dispensers, and they make noise. Let's check them out, shall we? Okay, it's just more Baby Yoda stuff. Got it. Let's hear Darth Vader. Alright, that's pretty cool. I wish it would have been the, I am altering the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further. Something along those lines, but the breathing's cool. I'm not going to complain. Now here we are at another Ollie's. I was on the hunt for more dollar Black Panther figures, but I found The Rock. Well, The Rock is too good for Ollie's, just like Mr. Perfect. The shipping, I digress. There's Helena Shaw. She's perfect for Ollie's. Anybody out there looking for that Temple of Doom piece? You have to buy that action figure, and well, it's not worth it. I can't wait until the day that Ollie's is full of brand new toys. It's only going to take them to clearance everything out for $1. Just think, man, those Reva figures for a penny might move. You'll probably get the guys that are like, I'm going to buy them all because they're a penny. And, take the capes and the blasters and the lightsabers. Can't blame them. Tons of wrestling figures and more Black Panther and Shuri. I love how they're just chilling there together. It's like somebody knew I was going to come into the store and see Shuri and Shang-Chi like a married couple. What a terrible, terrible wedding that would be. Hello, Black Panther. Goodbye, Black Panther. I said goodbye, Black Panther. Good. This is more of a victory lap for me, folks. I get to go through Ollie's and say I told you so. Not to you that watch the videos, but to the people that were always so dismissive. Oh, you're making this up. Ollie's isn't a real place. You just CGI'd this video. Yeah, that's the kind of comments I've gotten in the past. People didn't realize Ollie's was real. Like I was going to take my money and create a fake store to make Disney toys look dumb. I don't need to do that. They already look dumb. That's why nobody buys them. But this is the Christmas section, and we don't really go into detail about dolls or anything like that, so I walked away. I don't really dig board games or puzzles either, neither do you. Well, let me know if you like board games in the chat. These are kind of fun to make during the holiday season because it's like a game. You gotta weave and dodge from the people because I really don't want to interact with them while I'm trying to work. But it is a fun task. Now check this out. We have a Transformer, an Optimus Prime, except there's one problem. His arms don't move, like at all. His other one doesn't move either. Now his head moves, but his arms don't move. He's $4.99. I guess he's a paperweight. His legs move, and he's got pegs in his feet, But never mind. That just sounds like a complaint. But it's kind of weird, isn't it, that his arms don't move, but his legs and head do? I digress. So let's see what we got down here. Ah, those Star Wars Acolyte figures. There's lots of them. There's lots of them. You know what? I just gotta know. Did somebody buy one yet? You're thinking, oh yeah, somebody bought one. No. Oh God, there's even more back there. Whew. If you look up in the corner, I walked past the one that didn't sell. Somebody picked it up, somebody moved it, and somebody just didn't care. That's always funnier to me than toys that don't sell. The fact that somebody considered buying it, took it out, and was like, nah. I've been there. Now, you know what did sell at this Ollie's? Ecto 1. If you watched earlier videos, these things were stacked about 8 feet tall. But now there's like 3 left. So Ghostbusters has more staying power or nostalgia. I mean, people are probably buying those cars for their real Ghostbusters, which is a great idea. So tomorrow when I go to Ollie's, I'm going to pick one up for myself because I have some real Ghostbusters hanging on my wall. But that is about 9 feet of those $1 Black Panther figures. I want a turtle van. Never had one as a kid. Then again, I wasn't a Ninja Turtle kid. I liked the Power Rangers, but as an adult, I guess I'm nostalgic for, I don't know, the Turtles are cool. Live long, Eastman and Laird. Live long. You already prospered. So let's take one more pass at these dollar figures of Namor and Shuri and the copters, and the just Wakanda Forever was a bad marketing decision. You know, if you're gonna make these types of characters in movies, don't make toys because kids don't want them and collectors want classic stuff. It's really simple. I actually have a whole video on this topic very soon because it's bigger than just the Marvel Legends that are now selling for $1. Legacy/Claws. Not a bad concept, but a dumb execution. So, oh God, why did I zoom in on the Shuris and Iron Hearts? I guess it's the Black Girl magic. Oh well. This Loki thing is weird. It keeps haunting me. Like Namor. Stay closed. Stay closed. Now, flip over, damn it. Let's take one more look at this weird Loki locust, shall we? I guess not. So here I am at Walmart, and they have a brand new shipper for the Fantastic Four. It's December, and we have a shipper for Fantastic Four. Let's take a look at these up close. We have Reed Richards. It's weird, they didn't paint his hair right, so he just looks like a dude bro. And we have the Human Torch in his burning sweater. And I couldn't find a Sue Storm, which is, well, actually she's right there. She just doesn't show up on camera. And there's Galactus. I wish they would have made a Mole Man and a, just another Mole Man. I like the Mole Man. So did you like Fantastic Four? I saw it once. I've forgotten about it for the most part. It wasn't bad, but Vanessa Kirby was a good-looking woman. So here's the toy aisle proper, and ugh, yeet. Get out of here, bro. Not a Jey Uso fan, and I'm not going to apologize for it. But I do like the Undertaker, especially the American Badass Undertaker. Best version of the character to me. Not the most iconic, not as most successful, but my favorite version. Because the motorcycle and that song, Rollin' by Limp Bizkit, that was cool. The Engineer was alright in Superman. Good movie. Already reviewed it. You can hear me talk about it at another date. But I do like coming down the aisle and seeing what's here. A lot less Star Wars these days. Just a lot of robots and crap like the Acolyte figures that are still here. And these Ahsoka figures have been here a while. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody took those from, say, an Ollie's and brought them over to return at full price. So let's see the Green Ranger mask, shall we? The Red Ranger mask, we got Transformers, and we also have me wearing this mask, which, yeah, that is for kids, and I'm not a child, so let's put that back, and let's never do that again. Ah, my favorite wrestler, the guy with an eye patch, just what I wanted. Tonga Loa. Actually, I kind of want Kurt Angle, but this face sculpt is a downgrade. Come on, Hasbro. Excuse me, Mattel. Whew. I see a bad toy, I instantly say Hasbro. What the hell is on the wall back there? I didn't even notice that when I filmed it. Ew. It comes from the Skibbity toilet. That's an RC car. Great. We've really reached the bottom of society. What's worse, Skibbity toilet or 6'7"? I don't have kids, so I don't care. Now, a lot of collectors have been going on about a store called Ross. They even have Ross Dress for Less, referred to as RossCon, because you can get all these great toys. And well, my Ross, I had to climb over a shelf to see all the wonderful toys, but you only get to see them from this bird's eye view, because I couldn't get back there. Wasn't the best Ross experience, wasn't the worst Ross experience, but the selection was damn fine. Now, nothing says I love you like opening my chest and giving you my heart, or my Allspark. I guarantee you that was a Transformers Valentine back in the 80s. Did you guys ever have any of those Valentines? I had Spider-Man, Star Wars, The Rock. I was in 8th grade and I gave out Rock Valentines. They said like lay the smack down. They weren't even like sweet or romantic, they were oddly mean. When I was a kid, I wanted good Dragon Ball Z figures. I was stuck with those Irwin ones, and they sucked. They barely moved. The first wave, they didn't really move. Their legs didn't move. They were just like Japanese re-releases. And the Japanese stuff is mostly static statues with limited articulation, until you get to the higher end stuff. I mean, they had less articulation than a vintage Star Wars figure from 1978, so that's kind of a problem for me. So let's see what we got here. Goo-Jitsu X-Men 97. Just goes to show you that everything with Wolverine is not a banger. Let's take one more pass at Piggy and whatever else is here at Ollie's. Or, excuse me, Ross. I guess I'm getting my stuff confused. Crappy toys show up at Ross as well as Ollie's. But there is a lot of good stuff here, like this Masters of the Universe, King Hiss. Ninja Turtles crossover. You can become a Foot Clan soldier. Pretty cool. Let's meander our way down this toy table. Lots of stuff for the holiday season. Stuff kids will probably want. Stuff that some collectors will want. But here's something that perplexed me. The Paris Hilton karaoke microphone speakers. She got famous for a nefarious reason, and now she's selling kids' toys. Only in America. Ooh, South Park. Now, I had to check out my local Target, and I didn't realize that Wicked was so popular that there was a quantity limit of 4 per person, which is sad for Dion, but I guess 4 will just have to suffice. I love that the Diesel figure is not selling. Like, Diesel was a terrible champion, and he's a terrible peg warmer. I know Kevin Nash doesn't care. If he saw this video, he'd be like, who's this guy? He doesn't know anything. I actually do know more about merchandise than you know about it, Kevin, so please, let's discuss it publicly, if you'd like to. We could also talk about movies. We probably have a good time. I'm on the hunt for Han Solo, and I haven't found Han Solo. I'm disappointed, I'm heartbroken, so I left the Star Wars aisle. Now, the DC section is thriving and powerful and successful, but the Marvel section is anemic. We have 4 figures from the Marvel movies, 1 Wolverine, and that's all she wrote in the Legends scale. Hell, Power Rangers has more of a selection. Well, that's not real Power Rangers. Speaking of real things, these aren't real collectibles. Funko Pops suck, and I'm so happy that we made the video about Funko Pops dying. And that video is a hit, folks, so make sure you go and check it out. It was at like 93,000 the last time I looked. So I know you like toy content. I know you hate Funko Pops. I hate them too. They're the bane of the pop culture collecting universe. They're garbage, and if you want to hear my unfiltered take, watch the video. Now I've decided to change the course of this channel. I am here to only talk about books. Okay, that's a lie. I'm going around because I'm looking for something. I had heard that Target is now the portal to the Upside Down, and I was correct. So Stranger Things Season 5 is here, and you can get in this cardboard vulva and take pictures, take selfies. There's even a code there for it. But there's all sorts of Stranger Things stuff. Of course, when I think Stranger Things, I think of makeup and stickers and action figures that don't look like 11. And of course, Funko Pops, even if they are based on Steve Harrington. So the adult collector aisle is looking pretty thin, but there hasn't been very much that I'm interested in from this section. I have my Batman figures. I don't collect Avatar or Ninja Turtles, but I really do want to get the Simpsons phone and the Krusty doll, just because I hope there's a switch that you can turn it on to kill. That'd be a fun Christmas gift, right? For Christmas, I bought my Krusty doll. Better than Talkie Tina. So I went to GameStop because I am on the hunt for Han Solo. Not this one, I already picked it up. But the fact that it is $19.99 for a 3 3/4 inch Star Wars action figure blows my mind. It's an okay toy, but it's worth like $12 maximum. Hasbro, if you want to make money in the future, try not to rip us off. Give us more value. Maybe triple the accessories or, I don't know, other stuff. Buy 2, get 1 free isn't even enough. I wouldn't take those for free. Other things I wouldn't take for free. The Funko Pops. Again, buy 2, get 1 free. They're 50% off, they're 30% off, and they're here because Funko Pops are pop culture oatmeal. They're bland, homogenous, stupid, and they're going away, thankfully. So folks, I'd like to thank you guys for joining me on another journey through Ollie's toy aisles. I get to say I told you so. I'm not here to go on to you guys. It's more of a situation of we all saw this coming a mile away, but these companies and the ardent defenders on the other side love to say, hey, all these toys are great, you guys are crazy. No, we just know our toys. But folks, thank you for watching. I want to have fun this holiday season. You want to have fun this holiday season. So join me for the rest of the year. I have a lot of new fun toy-related content coming out as well. But if you really want to help support the channel and you want to guarantee that you get 10 years of Ollie's videos, go over to Kickstarter and support Stealing Solo 2 right now. It is a graphic novel that I wrote and drew. It's a follow-up to the Stealing Solo book, which a lot of you have purchased. So if you guys are hungry for the follow-up to that book to know what happens next, well, the only way to do that is get Stealing Solo 2, The Power of the Farce. And I will have that trailer at the end of this video. But again, I'd like to thank you guys. 2025 has been a fun year. We've done a lot of stuff. We've been a lot of places, but we're never done. So until next time, folks, thank you for watching. Be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.